Rated M for mature.
It's the crown jewel of the Sniper Elite series, and it's what keeps us coming back for more with every installment in the franchise. It's the X-Ray system. However, while we have all become familiar with Sniper Elite's realistic, hyper-accurate recreations of human skeletons and the various systems that make our bodies work, the X-Ray system wasn't always this detailed. In fact, it has evolved and upgraded with every installment in the franchise. So today, we're going to take a trip back through the Sniper Elite franchise's history to document where the X-Ray system started, where it is now, and how it got there. Are you ready for a bone-smashing, organ-popping good time? Then let's get started.
But I'm glad you're on our team.
A last-minute addition. The original Sniper Elite game from 2005 is very different from the Sniper Elite games of today. It was developed as a hardcore action game experience that didn't hold your hand, almost like a war simulator. And while it did have a precursor to the modern Sniper Elite X-Ray system in place in the form of a slow-motion kill cam, that particular feature wasn't part of the original development for the game. According to Rebellion's head of creative, Tim Jones, the game's signature feature was something that was added late in development. It was implemented as a way to reward players for lining up the perfect shot with their rifle, while taking into account all of the various factors that could cause the bullet to land off target. When the game came out, the simple feature became a standout and fan favorite that kept Sniper Elite in people's minds long after its release. Or, as Tim Jones likes to call it, the gory cherry on the top of our game. Now, this first iteration of the kill cam only applied to rifles and followed a bullet in slow motion as it whizzed through the air and found its way to its target, usually some Nazi schmuck's dome. While limited, it was simple and effective, and left plenty of room to be improved upon in later games. Feel it in your bones. 7 years later, Sniper Elite V2 blew the doors off the stealth sniping game genre and brought a massive upgrade to the kill cam with it. With V2, you could be rewarded with a slow motion kill cam thanks to the feature's major update, the X-Ray system. Now when you got a kill cam, you would be greeted with a complete view of the enemy's skeleton when the bullet got close enough to them. You could see the bullet passing through bone, tissue, and even some major organs, including some very delicate ones. Yeah, too bad the Nazis didn't develop bulletproof underwear. While the X-Ray system would have been enough for most developers, Rebellion didn't stop there. The kill cam also was applied to shots on explosives like vehicle fuel tanks and oil barrels, showing all of the fiery, concussive glory in slow motion. You could also get a slow motion multi-kill cam if you managed to line up more than one enemy with a single shot or ricochet off of surfaces. Sniper Elite V2 was the biggest upgrade for the franchise as a whole and set it on a path to greatness. Start your engines. When Sniper Elite 3 came around in 2014, the X-Ray system was well established as Sniper Elite's defining feature. Rather than ditch it for something new, Rebellion doubled down on it with a handful of awesome upgrades and revisions. For instance, X-rays now apply to various parts of vehicles. The multi-kill cams from V2 were also upgraded to give each enemy an X-ray of their own. However, the most noticeable and most gruesome upgrade in Sniper Elite 3 was all the new details the X-ray system got. Instead of just bones and organs, a successful X-ray kill would now show bullets passing through individual muscles and arteries as well. Bringing a knife to a gunfight. After a short 3-year break, Carl Fairburn returned in 2017's Sniper Elite 4. And if you thought the X-Ray system couldn't get any better after the improvements in Sniper Elite 3, then you're dead wrong. The fourth installment introduced the concept of X-ray animations for successful melee attacks. Instead of popping off enemies from afar to get your visceral kicks, you could get close up and personal for a hand-to-hand takedown that showed Carl's knife piercing important organs. The greater variety afforded by X-ray melee kills was a much welcomed improvement for the series. But the inclusion of X-ray kill cam animations for environmental kills, traps, and shrapnel from explosives is really what sets Sniper Elite 4 apart from the previous games. Opening up the arsenal. Finally, we have reached the latest installment in the Sniper Elite series. 2023 2022's Sniper Elite 5. By the time this game came out, Sniper Elite was staring down the barrel of 10 years of relevance and recognition, and Rebellion celebrated this in a big way. Not only is Sniper Elite 5 the best Sniper Elite game to date, but it also includes some seriously revolutionary modifications to the X-ray system. Sure, there are visual additions like even more detail on enemy skeletons, muscles, veins, organs, and sinew, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. Sniper Elite 5 also opens up the X-ray system to weapons outside of rifles for the first time ever in the franchise. Well-placed shots with SMGs and pistols can now activate the X-ray system, and they'll benefit from new physics that cause bullets to bounce and ricochet off of bones inside the enemy's body, which, is probably going to tear up more organs in the process. One other first for the franchise is the ability to control the speed of the X-ray kill cam. You can speed it up, slow it down, and even change the angle of the camera. So if you've ever scored a kill cam and wished that you could direct the animation yourself, Sniper Elite 5 is about as close to that experience as you can get. In other words, Sniper Elite 5 lets you go all Spielberg inside the destruction of a human body. And there you have it, the complete history of Sniper Elite's X-ray system broken down and explained just for you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for tons more awesome Sniper Elite content. While you're here, tell us what your favorite part about the X-ray system is. Do you miss vehicle X-ray systems as much as we do? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll see you sharpshooters in the next one.